This is not clickbait. I am not lying to you. This thing is actually happening. The housing inventory rate in DFW has recently tripled. Hi, I'm Scott Neal, the broker of Scott Neal Real Estate in Richardson, Texas. And we help people buy and sell homes all across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And if you've been in the market this year, either trying to buy a home or trying to sell a home, or maybe you've just been a casual observer sitting on the fence because you've got some plans to buy or sell, you've probably noticed that things have rapidly changed from the beginning of this year to the end of the summer. On the one hand, buyers have seen interest rates rise, and on the other hand, sellers have seen days on market go up and lots of price reductions coming to the market. And I know just from talking to past clients, current clients, and other people that are interested in real estate, there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt heading around right now. But I'm here to give you the facts and let you know what's really going on out there in the market today. And while it's true that the inventory rate has significantly risen, triple in fact, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're in a housing crisis, that we're in a housing crash, but it certainly does mean that things are changing, and you'll want to know why. In my mind, there's really only one good reason why we are seeing this increase in inventory right now, and that is because mortgage rates are rising. In fact, just at the beginning of this year, according to Freddie Mac's primary mortgage market survey, the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage was sitting right at about 3.22%. Well, as of right now, that has climbed over 200 basis points at the end of August. Right now, 2022, as I'm filming this, the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage is right about 5.55%. Now, just to put that into perspective for most people, as of July of 2022, the median price of a single-family pre-owned home in the Dallas-Fort Worth area is $360,000. And according to recent research from the National Association of Realtors, first-time home buyers' average down payment is right about 6%, and the average down payment for repeat buyers is right about 13%. So just for illustration purposes, I'm going to share with you what it looks like for a 10% down payment on a median priced home in DFW, comparing from what you could have bought in January to what you could have bought now. So here I am at mortgagecalculator.org, and I just want to show you what the comparison looks like if you were buying a median priced home in January versus a median priced home today with current rates. The APR in January, according to Freddie Mac's primary mortgage market survey, was 3.22%. And if you were putting 10% down on a mortgage, that was going to be a $324,000 mortgage at 10% on 360. But today, we are at 5.55% on the same type of mortgage, just assuming that prices didn't even go up. And then you can see the difference right down here. Earlier, your monthly payment just on principal and interest would have been about $1,400. Now that has risen just in 6-7 months, $450 on average to $1,850 a month. Now, the real problem for a lot of people is this calculation doesn't even take into consideration your taxes and insurance plus HOA and all of the other things. So seeing just the normal person's budget go up $450 just in mortgage alone, forget gas prices, grocery prices, energy prices, and inflation all the way around, you can certainly see why we are seeing a dampening in the amount of activity from buyers out there in the market today. And so naturally, even without a bunch of new listings coming onto the market, this rise in interest rates is certainly going to curtail buyer demand, and that in itself is going to trickle down into less pending contracts, less sold homes, and a higher amount of inventory in the market. And so to me, this is the absolute number one leading economic indicator that is causing the slowdown in the real estate market today. You might be hearing this news and seeing these numbers and thinking, oh my God, the real estate market is crashing. Scott, I knew you were wrong. You were saying we weren't in for a crash. Look, it's happening right in front of our face. Prices are sure to start crashing. Inventory is sure to just climb through the roof. Mortgage rates are skyrocketing and no one can buy a house. And oh my God, what am I going to do? But let's just gain a little bit of perspective about where we were, where we are, and where we probably are going. Where we were from 2020 through the beginning of 2022 was the absolute most bonkers, craziest, hottest seller's market that I have ever seen in my 15 years of being a full-time real estate broker here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. In fact, I remember when I first started selling homes, the average mortgage was probably around like 6.5%. So even at 5.5%, we're really not that far off from averages just over the last 10 to 15 years. And if you gain a little bit of perspective on what inventory looks like and how that plays into whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, you'll see that 2.1 months worth of inventory is really just not that many homes at all. And that means that we are still in a seller's market. However, it's not the hottest market that there's ever been. We are definitely seeing things cool down, and just on a day-to-day basis here in our own business, helping buyers and sellers, we notice a dramatic shift. And so here's what this means if you're a home buyer today. Are you gonna pay more on your mortgage than you might have been able to, say, 12 months ago? Yeah. But you know, the flip side of this is 12 months ago, you were probably having to pay on average like 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 to 25% over the asking price just to get a deal. But we're not really seeing that happen today. Sure, on some select listings, the nicest properties, the hottest areas, some multiple offers are still happening for over asking price, but there are a ton of opportunities out there in the market today to not only just not have to bid over asking price, but you can probably get something under asking price and get the seller to give you really favorable terms as a buyer as well. So what does this mean if you're a home seller though? Don't start to panic. Please don't panic. We are not anywhere close to a housing crisis right now. We are nowhere near a housing inventory crisis. It just feels that way because of the headlines that we've experienced over the last 12 to 24 months. So if you're a seller in today's market, you must keep in mind that we are still in a seller's market. It's just that you might not get 10, 20, 30 offers in the very first weekend. But hey, if you still get a full price offer in the first 3 weeks, I would say that you're winning. So what's going to happen in the future? I guess time will tell. We'll have to see what happens in the economy. We'll have to see what happens with mortgage rates. We'll have to see what the Fed does. We'll have to see what happens with inflation. So many uncertainties, so many different factors that's going to ultimately impact pricing and the overall real estate market. But rest assured, if you keep watching these videos and watching this channel, I promise I will keep you up to date on what's going on. So if you have any questions about how today's market impacts you as a home buyer or a home seller, make sure to reach out to us. Our number is 469-998-3322, or visit us on our website at mydallashomefinder.com. Have a great day out there. Thank you so much for watching and happy selling.